spring, really having more focused practice rather than just going through the motions. Kayla, she's an amazing person. Like, she is a leader for sure. Like, she's somebody that all the girls look up to, and if I have her on my side or Phyllis, she's convince everybody else, whether it's a rule change or something they're trying to implement. The players really look up to her. She's a good role model. And you know, the other team coming in, there are a few that have that leadership potential, but I think once they have that year of experience under their belt, coming in as sophomore and possibly fill that role that's going to be lost with Kayla, there's definitely a lot of competitiveness. That's what we're really looking for the 2019, 2020 year is just a more competitive team, a team that really pushes each other. So they're really preparing for this first year that is February 3rd, and we're all very excited to get going on that.
Team-wise, I think they've got about the same team we had last year. I mean, we've got Berta Bernardi, who had as good a fall as anyone's ever had at UWF. She won the National ITA, went to Division I, beats Olympic players. We have Berta there in the nation. I mean, then we got the same depth at the bottom that we've always had. Heather Nixon has only lost a handful of matches in her whole career. Evie Belay, who's playing great. And we've got a couple of new players, Jennifer Rink and Carolina, they're playing at 2 and 3, which really puts a lot of strength there as well. At the top 10 teams in the nation, we're playing pretty much most of them. Kind of puts us where we need to be as far as, you know, whether we're going to be good enough or not. So I'd rather test the iron and the fire and get that experience, because that's what it pays off at the end of the year, with those tough matches and know the competition we're going to face.
We can bring up Coach Receipt at this point, and then we'll get to the other video here in a second. Yeah. First, thanks for being here, Coach. Appreciate it. With Coach Fell, and I didn't get a chance to run through some of his accolades, and same for you, and same for so many of our coaches. You guys, National Coaches of the Year, Conference Coaches of the Year, the championships, the titles, all those kind of things. You've turned just much like our golf program, UWF Tennis. You took something that Skeeter Carson started and have kept that momentum going. And it really is. It's a Division II and a college tennis powerhouse. Congratulations on that. And how do you keep that going?
Well, yeah, I was fortunate when I came in, to have a strong program when I came, and just try to keep that going. Skeeter did a great job. And still a lot of the traditions and things that he instilled in the program still is there. We have a good alumni base that really supports us as well. And then I'm here 20 years. As you can see, I'm younger than Steve, so. I look a little younger.
All that good living, clean living.
Oh, there you go. But no, it kind of feeds off of itself year in and year out. Your players are kind of your best recruiting tools, and former players and that kind of thing. So we've been fortunate that way.
As you go around the country, whether it's college tennis or youth tennis or all the things you do involved in the sport, what does the UWF name mean to people out there? You've really been a brand ambassador for the university.
Yeah, I think it helps to have that tradition built. It also helps that we're in Florida. A lot of kids that want to come to school want to go to Florida, which really helps for our weather, especially being an outdoor sport, and we can play year round, and we've got great facilities and a great athletic department that supports us as well. So all those things coupled together make for a good atmosphere for tennis.
I looked through the numbers, and they're kind of staggering over the last 4 years or so. I think the men's program, 111 wins, the women 93 wins in matches, and the individual accolades as well. So I imagine going into every season, and this 2019 spring season, no different, that your expectations are set super high.
Yeah, we always set our expectations really high. Our former players, have set that bar, so the current players coming in want to also do that. But like Steve said, you got to set it in baby steps. You got to first, take care of practice every day, take care of the little things, and then hopefully, that journey along the way will lead to good things in the end.
Talk about your roster a little bit. It is that international flavor, a lot of that. Every now and again you mix in a local or a Floridian. You got your family connection on your men's roster as well. But it is really cool. And I think back to days when I was a student at UWF, that tennis team, hang around them and you'll learn a lot about the world.
Yeah, exactly. Tennis is a worldwide sport, and we're fortunate that we're able to attract a lot of talent from all over the world, very good talent. We have Berta Bernardi, who's from Argentina. She had the best fall of anyone's ever had. She won the national tournament for Division II. Deanna Valad, they're from Germany. She's a senior this year. She added a lot to our team. Has been here for 4 years, and will go back to Germany and be recruiting for us. So that's kind of the tradition we've had. We also have Heather Mixon from Louisiana. Heather's a senior this year as well, and she's probably lost 2 or 3 matches her whole career. So we've been really fortunate that way.
What's the expectation for this team? I mean, I know that's the one thing you haven't gotten is the national championship yet on the women's side. Is that kind of, again, we talked with coaches about, do you set the small goals, and is that big goal the ultimate prize?
Yeah, well, I mean, like last year losing in the finals kind of hurt us a little bit as far as took a little bit of sting there, but I think it's going to help us. I think the girls saw that, they saw how close we were, and they want to go that one extra step. So I think this fall they were working extra hard. We've got a good nucleus of our team back, but we did lose a few of our girls from last year, but we added in some new girls. So I think we're ready to take that extra step.
Let's talk about the men's program a little bit while we're here. Same kind of situation. A couple national championships along the way in the mix. This has been a powerhouse for many, many years. What do you expect from the boys this year?
Yeah, I think from the guys, it's the same thing as the girls. We were right there last year. We ended up losing to the team that won the national title. We lost to the team in the finals in a very close match in the regional. So we're right there. On the men's side, there's probably 10 teams that can all interchangeably beat each other. We've got more of the nucleus of our men's team back than the girls. We just lost one player out of our top lineup. So I think we're there with the same team. They know what it's like. They know the work they got to put in, and so I feel pretty good about it. At the same time, if we're not on our A game, we can definitely falter. But that's what makes it fun.
Argos have a target on their back, right? People are looking to knock you off. Tell us who you brought from the men's program.
Okay, from the men's, I got Juan Cabrera. He's probably lost just a handful of matches. I don't think he lost one doubles match all last year. He was undefeated in singles. Great player. And then our number 1 player, Sardar Bojadayev. He won the Gulf South Conference singles championship this year. We just added that tournament this year. So he won that for the first time. So he's our top player in our conference. And then also I want to give a shout out to my assistants because they do all the hard work every day, day in and day out in the trenches, working the players. And I got Adam Drysdale on the women's program. He's been here 3 years. Hopefully he stays another 3 years, but he's been great. And then Pedro Rose, who is just starting as our men's assistant, but he was on our national championship team and was a vital part of us winning the national championship in 2017. So he knows what it takes as well to get there. So, I'm fortunate to have those 2 guys doing all the work for me.
See, it's a veteran move. You let the coach say the name of the foreign players. That's how it works. You know them better. Let's talk about the schedule a little bit. It's busy, obviously, and you mix in some matches at home, but you also get to travel around a little bit. When do you guys start? And it all, I know, is moving towards the conference and then the NCAAs at the end.
Yeah, our season is a little different this year. They put off nationals about a week and a half, so we're starting a little bit later. We start the middle of February, and then in March we got a pretty tough route. We go to California with the guys, and then we're all in Texas in a big tournament in San Antonio, and then we're home the last part of March, first part of April. We got a lot of good teams coming in, so we probably, out of the top 10, 15 teams in the nation, we're playing probably 12 of them, so it's going to be a tough schedule.
Never shy away from the competition. Come out, watch them play, obviously. Great facility out there at the Florida. Thank you, Coach. And let's take a look at the video for the men's program.
I think we got a very scrappy team, and we're going to have to scrap this. It's about the same team we had last year. We lost key players in top of our lineup, added a couple new players, got everybody else back. Sardar had a great fall. He won the GSC singles championship, which we added this year in the fall. And then we got Juan Cabrera and so, this region's very tough. Valdosta is always very tough. Our opponents have gotten really strong. And they're going to teams, obviously, that are very strong, but I expect Valdosta to be one at the top for sure.
We got a good core of guys back from last year, and I thought our team chemistry last year was pretty good. It was an enjoyable team to coach, and this team seems like they've notched it up a little higher. Velocity, although we've got a few guys that can run it up there. But I like our pitchability, our depth and our pitchability to change speeds. I've seen our guys buying into that. I just really like the way our guys compete, the mix of experience, the older guys. I think when you look at the opening day lineup, you're going to have maybe one sophomore in there and the rest junior seniors. So it's a nice mix of guys there that are showing some very good competitiveness. I'm really looking forward to these guys kind of resetting the standard and, maybe compete for championships. I'm hoping these guys will come out. I see the hunger in their eyes. I hope they continue that. So, my excitement is, just like anybody else here in January, but you got to slow it down and make them understand we still have a lot of days that we need to work to get better before that season opens.
All right, let's bring up Coach Mike Jeffcoat. First of all, I've known this guy a long, long time. And this is one of the great elements, I think, of the University of West Florida is a lot of local guys. And people, Mike's from Pensacola, family from Pensacola, but also a graduate of the University of West Florida twice, right?
Yeah, twice.
Twice? And we have lots of coaches that fall into that both. It really is a family here at UWF. You've taken what your coach, Coach Spooner, built and then taken that to the next level. Obviously, national championship back in 2011. Every year you come in, and I know those expectations are high.
We are, and I think hopefully it's more in my genre of what I always liked was being the underdog. I think we're ranked 38th in the country out of the top 40. We open up with number 4, Florida Southern, and I like being the underdog. And we got a lot of guys returning from last year that have a lot of experience, know what the ropes are going through the conference, but they haven't experienced the regional appearance yet. And we want to do that, and we want to compete for a national title again. And I think we've got the steps to do it. We just, we got to get out of the gate strong.
Pitching is always the huge thing. I know you get into these series, over a weekend or a couple of days, and you got to have those arms. What do you like about your pitching staff?
Well, as I mentioned in the video, I like our pitchability. I think, we're 7, 8 deep. We're trying to bring along a few more to get us to 10 or 11 guys that we can use on a regular basis. We got a couple of our guys here. Tony Cachera, that's a senior. He's going to be in our rotation this year. We've got a senior transfer and that is going to be in the rotation. We have a freshman that's probably going to be in the rotation, Tony Rossi. So, we got a nice mix of upperclassmen and some young guys, but, baseball is pitching, and we got to pitch and catch it before we can worry about offense, and I think we've got the pieces to do that.
I thought you were going to give me, you got to score more runs than they do, because little Greg Popovich.
That too, yeah.
The schedule, is always tough. What did you learn about the team, in fall, and you matched up and played some pretty good opponents, some locals in the fall to kind of get ready?
Yeah, and I mean, we normally scrimmage a couple of the Panhandle junior college teams, and of course they've got draft picks and big-time arms. So, and against Northwest Florida State, we saw 3 or 4 guys throwing 94, 95 plus, and that was a little different for our guys. But we've seen some good competition in the fall. What you lean on is your upperclassmen and your seniors to really take the culture to the next level. I don't care what talent you have. If those guys on the team don't believe in each other and aren't playing for more than just themselves, you don't have a chance. But I think this team's bought into that.
I think what you mentioned right there, Coach, is very important. It is really about, building a program culture, and so consistently. And you, in some ways, you let the players, kind of lead that, right? Your veteran guys let the next generation know what's expected. Are you a tough coach?
I mean, I'm tough in protecting our program, and I want our players to think about their legacy, what they're going to leave behind. They're standing on the shoulders of players and teams before them, and that's why they wanted to come to our program. So I wanted to think about the future, not just what they're doing now, but how that can impact down the road. And, I think we've got a lot of good guys that think in that way.
Like some of these other coaches we've talked to, you've been to the top of that mountain, Division II national championship, so you know what it takes. How difficult is it to express that to the players that are here that, that they weren't a part of that and they don't maybe know yet what it takes to climb the mountain?
Well, it all starts and stops with preparation. So you know, like the book Sun Tzu, Art of War, you know, the war is won before it's ever fought. And that all comes down to preparation. That's what we're hammering them right now. You know, the foundation will be laid. You can't project injuries or any of that kind of stuff. We can only control what we can control. If we can finish up these last week and a half or so, and you can continue to get better in midweek as the season goes along, but foundation's got to be built now, and that's what we're trying to do.
Introduce the players that you brought today.
Well, as I mentioned, Tony Kacheri, he's a senior returner. He was a junior college transfer in last year, was in our rotation all year, was very dependable, gave us quality starts all year long, leaning on his experience this year. We also have Matt Jones, our first team all GSC and all region shortstop. He was a junior college transfer last year, had a great offensive season for us. And so we're looking for guys like him to, you know, really lead our team. And you know, they want to experience and want to taste more success, and that's what we're looking to do.
You mentioned the opener, Florida Southern, tough team. You guys are going to play a lot of great competition and number of home games. First one, I think, February 1st at home. There'll be a tailgate outside, so we're hoping it gets a little riled up, gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I mean, starting a little new tailgate thing, and you know, the athletic department's done a great job in supporting all our sports and trying to get fans out there. I think we've got 5 or 6 groups. Garen has told me already signed up, so hopefully it'll be a good atmosphere. We're just looking for the weather to cooperate. And I know softball's looking to their opener too, so, you know, a lot of great things coming. We're excited.
And if you haven't seen it yet out there, baseball, softball, the new building you guys have got out there for some hitting and some work. Not quite true indoor, but you get out of the element.
It's enough, and it's, you know, today's perfect, you know, where you can get in there and hit. You got mounds where pitchers can throw if you need to do that. We also have a pedagogy gym that, you know, the HLS, Bill Healy and all those guys have the great building over there, and we can schedule that where it's an indoor turf, big room, and you can take ground balls in there. So we're able to work a little bit more facilities, but it's nice having ours down there that we can share, and hopefully it's made our programs better.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck. Looking forward to it. I'm going to walk over and say hello to your players real quick. And while we're doing that, on your table you have a little card that if you want to write down a question for one of the coaches or players, you can do that, and we'll answer those at the end. Say hello to everybody. Introduce yourself and what year you are in your major.
I'm Tony Kachera. I'm a senior, and I'm a major in general business and looking to do an MBA after I graduate in December next year.
See, these kids are true student athletes as well.
Matt Jones. I'm from Columbus, Georgia. I'm a senior, and I'm a sports marketing major.
There's some people in here in the room that can help you out, hopefully. Your coach, is he tough?
He's pretty tough, but you got to be tough to win in baseball, you know. And we're not going to achieve those goals if he's not tough on us. So I expect nothing less.
He knows what he's doing. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at what our softball preview.
I think the first few weekends are going to challenge us and show us where we're going to be at for the rest of the season. Playing here, right, you have so much pride in the program already, and then going through the grad school to assistant and now taking on as a head coach. We just have so much pride in this program and want the program to continue to be successful and the kids to be successful after they graduate. We try to challenge each other each day in and day out. Each kid has tried to put pressure on each other just to fight for their position. Freshman class is pretty solid. They're fighting for a starting position every day. So we have a strong senior class that bring a lot of leadership and a lot of talent all over the field. They've been there for all 4 years except for one of them, and the other one was here last year for a successful season. And they have all shown up to show their leadership and put this team in a position to have a successful season.
All right, let's bring up our softball coach, Ashton McLean. Coach McLean is another UWF grad, former Argo player as well. And we've got a nice mixture. We've got coaches like Coach Farrell, Coach Rossini, Coach Shefcook that have been here many, many years. And we've got new coaches like Coach Husak. And this is your first year, rookie head coach. So what's the transition been like from assistant? You were an assistant for 4 seasons, working with the pitching, to now being in that first chair.
I think the biggest thing and the biggest challenge was to just delegate the workout and not put so much pressure just on myself, but use my great staff that I have.
Introduce your staff.
I have Emma Johansson here with me. Becca Taylor is actually at the field doing bullpens right now, and Taylor Baines is out there helping her.
And you lean on some former players as well, Becca and some of the others that are around. And you, tell us who you brought today as far as players are concerned.
I brought our senior Rachel Wright. She's been a starting center fielder she's local from Pensacola. She played at Tate High School. And then Rhiannon Sassman, who has been an All-American here. She's going to be third baseman shortstop from Orlando.
I was looking at the roster last night. You got a nice mixture, but a lot of locals as well. I mean, it's strong softball around here.
We do. There's a lot of local talent, and it goes in waves just like every sport here. But we were lucky enough to grab the good talent and they were able to stick around here.
You're taking over a program that's in good shape. It's been a nice run over the last couple of years. That familiarity with the program, I'm sure, helps you a lot. What do you expect from this group, this team, in your first season?
Our goal is to chase championships, and that's what we talk about daily. We have a great senior class, like I talked about. And so, the senior class, it's a tough 5 group. 4 of them have been here for all 4 years, and then we got the transfer. That's a local kid as well, so they're ready to finish strong.
You guys start here shortly, same as baseball, just a couple weeks away, and you don't go in the shallow end. You're kind of diving into the deep end, right, playing over in Gulf Shores, a tournament with a bunch of good teams.
Gulf Shores has always been a tough tournament. We'll get to face a lot of regional opponents, and then we'll go down to Clearwater, which is an invite only with the NFCA. So I'm excited about that. We'll face more regional play there, and then we get to face some kids, some teams around the nation.
How was your fall camp, your fall season?
It was good. Our fall is more to get the new kids in and see what they can do and challenge them. The returners know their position and know that it's their job to get each of them better.
Anybody stand out in your new group?
There are 2 kids, Tila Howard and Mallory Vining, 2 strong freshmen that are coming in.
What do you expect from the rest of that schedule? I mean, obviously the Gulf South's a tough conference to play in. UWF has a great tradition there, winning conference championships. So what do you expect from the schedule, and kind of what are the goals that you set going into the season?
We have a tough GST schedule, but we like that. It helps us because usually from our schedule, someone is going to the World Series. So our goals are, like I said earlier, to make it to a championship this year, and that's what we'll be chasing.
All right, they're just a couple of weeks away from getting started. Let's walk back there and say hello to your players real quick. Ashley McLean, everybody, first season, rookie head coach. Introduce yourself, what year and what your major is.
Rhiannon Sassman. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I'm a biomedical sciences major.
Rachel Wright. I'm a senior, and I'm from Pensacola, Florida, and I'm also a biomed major.
I'll ask you first, what's it been like, being here at home, playing your softball right here in your hometown?
I love it here. I've always have, and it's been the best 4 years of my life.
And for you, what's the goal for this season going in?
Win championships, GSC championship, national championship, regional.
All the championships, right? Very good. All right. We'll let you guys eat now. Again, there's a questionnaire, a little card on your table. If you'd like to ask the players a question, we'll answer those, or some of the coaches as well. We'll collect those and do a little Q&A here at the end, but enjoy a little bit of the lunch, and we'll come back and kind of wrap everything up for you here in a few minutes. And again, why don't you give a shout-out to our crew here today, our game ops, our sports marketing folks that helped set this event up, Tony Wynn, who's here. And really, I have to congratulate Philip Ebert over here, too, because we were looking at our fall sports and some of the academic statistics, and I won't go into all the numbers, but we did have 10 student-athletes who were on the all-GSC academic team honored there, and the number of kids at the University of West Florida that have a 3.0 grade point average or higher is truly phenomenal. So these are true student-athletes. So a round of applause for all of our athletes that are here today, because they not only play well and win championships, they're also excelling in the classroom. All right, enjoy the lunch. We'll be back with you. hanging out, we do have a couple questions for some of the athletes and coaches, so just keep it casual. We're going to move around and ask. We'll start with baseball. I tried to stack these so we can just stop at one table. All right, Tony first. Here's the question. Who has the biggest and best nickname on the team? Baseball is notorious for nicknames.
Squirt.
Squirt?
Yeah, he's little.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's a question, though, that I've always wondered. Can you give yourself a nickname, or does it have to come from teammates?
Has to come from teammates.
Very good. That's the correct answer. Always. All right. And then for Tony, have you developed any new pitches during the off season?
No new pitches, but I've definitely been working on the same ones, and they're a lot better this year.
I'm sure that's what Coach wanted to hear over there. Make them better for the next year. All right, Matt, what have you done in the off season to improve your skills for this upcoming season?
Get in the weight room as much as I can and trying to get as many reps as I can at my position as well as my cages.
Shout out, by the way, to Kent Morgan, Coach Morgan, the strength staff, right, and all those guys that keep you guys. You guys hit the weight room hard.
We do, yes, sir.
That's good. You didn't used to be that way with baseball. Back in the old days, right? You couldn't lift weights at all. All right, I think we're going over here to men's golf. A couple questions for both of you, all right? You guys ready? Christian, Jacob? If you could play any other sport, what would it be and why?
Basketball.
Why basketball?
Because I'm short, and maybe I'd be really good at it. I don't know.
Quickness, right?
Yeah, sure.
That wasn't a basketball injury, right? On the wrist? No? Okay. What about you?
Maybe tennis. I might try tennis.
Yeah, tennis and golf together, that's probably not bad.
Yeah. My mom played college tennis, so I played it a little bit, but not very good.
There's some people down here that can help you. Maybe some lessons, maybe work on it a little bit, right? So we're going to go to men's tennis. See, there you go. Nice work. All right, a couple questions for our men's tennis players, if I can work around you. All right, how have you prepared for this season? What's your outlook for the season?
I've been working out in the gym a lot and putting in a lot of work. Just trying to stay fit over the break. And I'm very excited to get it going.
That's changed for tennis, right? I mean, there was a time, kind of same with baseball, where weightlifting and gym work was not part of tennis, but guys like Federer and some of these guys have changed that, haven't they?
Yeah, really. I mean, you have to stay fit and just feel good on the court, so you got to put in the work in the gym.
Very good. See, hard work during the off season right there. Oh, how about you?
I also go to the gym. I try to train hard at the courts. I try to eat healthy, to be fit, and I play with almost everyone.
Very good. And it really is strength and conditioning staff help keep these guys strong and keep them healthy and ready to go. All right, Coach McClain, there's a question for you. Oh, no. Okay, what life experiences? This is a tough one, right? If you were a tree, what kind of tree? No. What life experiences have prepared you for the pressures of the season? Like, what kind of things maybe outside of softball help get you ready to be a head coach?
It's a hard one. Hold on. I got it.
Think about it. You want me to do the Jeopardy thing? Anything like any academic stuff, the courses you took, the master's degree kind of stuff, or anything like that? I mean,
I think just being here and playing here, and we had to kind of rebuild our culture when Melissa Paul got here. And I think that first season she took over was a very challenging season. We had to almost buy a win just to get one. So I think just going from there and building each year and knowing what to do and knowing the grind is going to give me that for this year.
Very good. It's a good answer. And you thought about it. Where's Coach Jeff Coate? Coach Jeff Coate. Quick question. Somebody wanted to know, how can you tune in to live streams of your games?
How can we tune in? That would be, wouldn't that be your question?
Joe over here, GoArgos.com, right?
Yeah, GoArgos.com, and then they'll have the live stretch, and, we got Joe Zambino over there, does a great job on play-by-play with baseball, and hoping he can do that again this year. And the more the following, so if they can't, be at our home games and we're on the road, we like people following us.
Again, February 1st, home opener, tailgate. Get out there ahead of that, for sure. We'll go over some of the home dates coming up here in a second. All right, we're going to women's tennis. Women's tennis. This is for Berta. Does preseason ranking add any pressure on you for the season?
No, not at all. I feel even more confident, like starting this season with a better ranking is much better for me. I feel it good.
Coach, you like that answer, yeah?
I do, yeah. She's got the best ranking, so you can't go.
Yeah, I love that. Ranking, no problem. I'll take that. I'll run with that. That's handling the pressure right there. All right, women's golf. Kayla, question for you. This is a great question, by the way, Diego has asked. If you could play 9 holes with anybody, who would it be and why?
Man, anybody? Like not a
Anybody. Doesn't have to be a professional golfer.
Oh my God, never thought of that.
Would you want? Here's a way to think of it. Would you want somebody funny, who's going to, maybe keep you laughing during the 9 holes? Would you like somebody that's, super famous? Want to talk politics or you want music?
No, I'm not very patient, so just getting random people. But honestly, like now, if I was to have anybody, I'd probably play with my sister.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
How old's your sister?
My sister actually passed away like 11 years ago.
Well, that adds an element to it. Yeah, very good. I've often wondered about that. I've had a chance to play with different golfers in different charity tournaments and different athletes. Played with Charles Barkley one time. It's a scary thing. You're worried people are going to die out on the golf course because of the way he's slicing the ball around. Right, men's tennis. Juan, you got a question. If you could give a young tennis player some advice from your experience, what would be like kind of the number one piece of advice you would give to a kid who's learning to play, interested in becoming a tennis player?
That improving as a tennis player takes time, and you need to be patient because you cannot win every match, and you need to wait to have your highest level.
That's a good answer. Patience, right? Something a lot of kids, especially mine, don't understand at all. All right, we've got, let's see what the next one is. That's actually all our questions. Biggest and best nickname. We're back to that one. Squirt. Squirt was the nickname. And real quick, let's go over the schedule for you. Again, the men's baseball will be at home February 1st. Florida Southern. Tailgate before that game. 6 o'clock first pitch. Softball, they get started. Gulf Shores Invitational, that also starts February 1st. First home game, Spring Hill. Doubleheader, that is on February 13th, right before Valentine's Day. So come on out and enjoy with us. 2 o'clock start for that game. Men's and women's tennis. Alabama Huntsville will be in town the 16th of February for matches on that day. Florida Southern here as well. And then they've got a mixture. They'll be at home March 2nd and March 6th right after that. The golf schedule, no home, right, Coach Fell, until April? April 1st. No joke, right? April 1st, there'll be the Argo Invitational will be in town. Same day, yeah, both men and women will be playing. That's Pensacola Country Club, our players' favorite courses. And Hidden Creek in the fall, Hidden Creek as well for the women's golf team. Well, again, thank the staff. We want to thank Miller's Ale House for having us out here today. Basketball is at home for a Monday game on the 28th here coming up. So that's going to be 5:30 and 7:30 women first, men right after. Guerin, Thursday night after that coming up? And is that the 90s one? 90s night against West Alabama next Thursday. So come on out for that. Put on your best Saved by the Bell stuff. Come join us. There might be some 90s music, maybe some Belle Biv DeVoe for Mac over here to come out and dance with us. And then we've got a game, baseball game. Coach Jeffco, this is I think March 20th at Wahoo Stadium, right? So all the home games, 20 of them are at home, and then you got the one down there, 5 o'clock game. That's going to be awesome down at Wahoo Stadium. Get a chance to get out there and do that. We hope to see you out for all those home events coming up. Always check GoArgos.com for all your latest schedules, all your latest news and information. And then Murphy Powell back here, my friend, put together Argo Sports Weekly for us. That airs tonight, 7:30. Blab TV also on WUWF Channel 4. And you can catch that online on Facebook as well. Thanks for being here today. I want to thank all our boosters, our alumni for coming out, all our coaches, all our players as well, and all the staff that's here to support us. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.